show. Right. We are reconnecting you now.
Let's go. Daily go get a Mism show. Daily go get a Mism show. Daily go get a Mism show. You think it ain't when it is? You think it won't when it is? We are here and we are in motion. We do this thing. Taking off left lane, no coasting. And everything is gonna be alright. It's Friday night and I'm feeling alright. I hope your game tight. And everything is gonna be okay. We got some things to say on a Friday, some things to say. Tonight, we're talking about when you might not fit in. You know? The reason you might not fit in. There are times when we are younger, we're growing up, and we really just want to get comfortable around our peers. What? Sometimes it's not possible, and it may take you a while to accept the impossibility that you'll be able to fit in with your friends, with your family, with your kids, with your peeps, with your... Yo. You know, for some people, it's a hard thing for them to accept that they don't really fit in with the people that they want to kick it with, or the people that they already been kicking with. But it becomes apparently clear when you're on a different wavelength and a different page than the people that you clicked up with, because they are clicked and you ain't with that shit. Word. So sometimes when people try to lock your thinking and your thought process into a box, you want some Jack in the Box shit. Well, that's what we're gonna talk about tonight. Some of the reasons why you might not fit in, and you might be okay with not fitting in by now, but it can be a little rough. It might have been a little tough when you was growing up. You might have had to take some battle scars, some emotional battle scars for not being able to fit in when you was younger. But maybe you better right now. Some people never get better with it. Some people never get comfortable with it. Some people spend their whole lives just trying to feel the vibes, just trying to get in with the rest of them shit. I've had to separate myself for many times. Gotta be like that, and I'm gonna be okay long as I have another day to live and start to be very creative. This word. So let's get it popping. Urban Therapy with Sun 752 with this your daily, the daily go get emism show. We do this every single day. It rains. And the DG will do the same. We break it down, baby. Every day it rains. And the DG will do the same. Every day it rains and the DG will do the same. Every day it rains and the DG will do the same. Every day it rains and the DG will do the same. I am your host, Sun 752, aka Omar with the... And if you can't say Omar with the... Well, then you just say Omar with the R. It is the Daily Go Get It Misery Show. Hold on. Let me let my sweatshirt shine. Let me let my sweatshirt shine. You know what I'm saying? Y'all see what that say? That say John. It's a Philly thing. John, baby. A John. A John is it's a noun. It's a person, place, or thing, or idea. I'm on my John right now. 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 How y'all feeling, man? I'm feeling like a real man should. I hope y'all feeling like real men and women should also. So let's get it pitches to popping. All right. So we're talking about tonight on the Daily Go Get 'Emism Show. We are talking about the reason that you might not fit in. Have you ever felt like an outcast from your family, an outcast from your peoples, your friends, your group? Have you ever tried to be part of the group or part of the clique, and one of these kids is doing their own thing, one of these things is not the same, or one of these kids is doing their own thing? Now it's time to play our game. It's time to play our game. Hey, sometimes you got your own thing, man. You know, and you know, when we're younger, when we're pre-adolescents, when we're adolescents, we really are just trying to get comfortable. We're trying to get comfortable in this world. All kinds of hormonal activity is raging through us as we cross from the pre-puberty stages into puberty, into adolescent stages. We really just trying to find our way. We're trying to get comfortable. We're trying to be accepted. We're trying to be down. We're trying to be free. We're trying to feel good. We're trying to be all right. We're trying to be the man. We're trying to be the king. We're trying to be the prince. We're trying to just sit. We're trying to get high. We're trying to get by. We're trying to just make sure that we don't have to try too hard to be all right. Get on over. We're trying to be that. Do you understand what I'm talking about? But there may be some separation between you and other people and how it goes down and your ability to be able to rock out with the people that are your peoples. You know, there've been many people in their own families that have been black sheep of their families. Some of them for good reasons, some of them for bad reasons. Like if you're a black sheep of your family because of something that you have done to disgrace your family. And it can differ from family to family. You may have done something that disgraced your family, something that other families would never even take into consideration to give a shit. Like, let's say you in your family, you have a family business going on. So your dad was a baker. Your dad, let's put it this way: your great grandfather, he was a baker. Then your grandfather became a baker. Your dad became a baker. And then you running around here trying to be a journalist. You come from a family of bakers. Now, sure, you would think that, trying to become a journalist is a respectable job, is nice, and you have to be knowledgeable and be able to write well and all of that kind of stuff is a good academic career. But to your family, they're like, yo, well, how are we going to keep this money going in our family? And our family has fed the people in this community for generations. How you just going to run off and become a fucking journalist? You're supposed to be a baker. You know what I mean? We've had you in here kneading the dough, making the bread, baking the pastries since you were damn near in diapers. You went from eating it to creating it. Now you want to leave this family business. Well, just turns out that instead of using manual labor in order to choose your path in life, you decided to use your brain. You want to write. You want to have columns and editorials in newspapers and shit like that. You want to report. You want to bring forth the news. So, although what the path is in life that you have chosen is very respectable and very necessary and essential, and your family, you might be the outcast because you didn't, your peoples couldn't understand how come you couldn't take your college degree and go into business and make the bakery stronger. Instead, you want to be writing for newspapers. You glorified typewriter and pencil pusher. Same thing as if maybe you come from a family of cops. You know that policeman in the family shit is serious. Cops really be expecting their kids to become cops. It is what it is. It is what it is. So there may be a big disconnect between you and your peoples because you decided to choose another path. And in choosing another path, it shows that your thought process is different. The way that you process information is just different. You're different from all of your siblings, all of your cousins, all of your aunts, your uncles, your mom, your dad. It's something different about you. Now there could be a reason. There could be an easy reason to explain it. You may have a different daddy than the rest of your siblings and not know about it. It happens. It happens. It happens. It happens. It happens. The question is, what are you going to do about this situation where you are different? What are you going to do? It's easy to be different from the other people in your family. All you got to do is be gay. Think, although I don't agree with the lifestyle, if you're gay naturally, then I mean, shit, ain't nothing I can. Fuck the way I feel about it. You are who you are. I would rather see you follow that path and follow your point of truth than to be going around here disappointing people, being in the closet, acting like you're something that you're not. Because you ain't doing nobody no good. But nonetheless, that's an easy way to separate yourself from the rest of the people in your family. Everybody in your family seems to be straight. I'm sure not everybody is, but they may be living a straight lifestyle, and maybe they are all straight for the most part. But here you are gay. Now, will you be brave enough to stand up and be gay in front of your whole family and be like, listen, I love y'all and I still rock with y'all and all of that, but you're gay. And that's that. So whether or not I live this lifestyle out here, or whether I just listen, I'm just letting y'all know. Don't be looking for me to have no girlfriend or get married to any woman or maybe even have any children. Because that's what them closet niggas do. That's not what that may not be what you're going to do. You gay. Different. Are you confident? Are you comfortable in your own skin enough to be gay around your family? All to be damned. You know what I'm saying? If you are, I think it's a good thing. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not one of them motherfuckers. I don't support the LGBTQ and all of that. But I can understand the plight of a gay person. The LGBTQ, that's the whole organization. So let's take that though. Let's say you're gay, but you don't want to be part of that LGBTQ shit. Is it possible to do? Is it possible to be that way? Is it possible to be a living gay man or woman, but not feel like they fit in with the LGBTQ? Maybe you feel like their ideals, their principles, and their actions towards other people and their political aspirations. Maybe that shit don't jive with you. Maybe you want to be gay but separated from all of that madness because they are associated with a bunch of drama and madness and bullshit. Well, that would make you very different now, wouldn't it? Maybe you feel like, listen, you can just be gay. Maybe you don't even want to act like a girl. You may still have masculine qualities, but you're just attracted to men, sexually and emotionally attracted to men. It is what it is. But maybe you don't even have no respect for all of that limp-wristed motion and all. Maybe you ain't with all that. Like, nah, I'm all right with that. So I'm more like Omar from The Wire. So the reasons that you might be different, the reasons why you might not fit in. You might not fit in with all of that shit because that ain't you. Same way as if you're a teenager and you want some other shit. When you're a teenager, there are certain things that you are expected to do that you might not be comfortable with. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure that y'all share the show. Make sure that y'all subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet. This is the Daily Go Getimism Show. Flashback Friday. Thank God it's Friday, the 28th of January, 2022. We are here. But yeah, when you're a teenager, you're expected to do certain things that fit in with the rest of your peers. And when you don't do it, it can make you look real suspect. It can make you look real funny. For example, music. Music. Now, I grew up in the 80s. I grew up as a teenager in the 80s. The whole time I was I was a teen, it was the 80s. So from 83 to 89, those were my teenage years. I'm born in 1970, teenager at age 13, 1983, turned 20 in 1990. So the entire 80s was my teenage years. So during the 80s, that was the birth, pretty much the birth of what hip hop was going to be. That's when we started seeing the foundation. So you may have come from a community where everybody was rocking the beat. Everybody was into, rapping and break dancing and cutting up records, you know what I'm saying? DJing, even graffiti, even though I don't see how graffiti writing is part of hip hop culture, but they, KRS want to say it is, so I fuck it. I don't know. But anyway, there were other options in the 80s rather than hip hop music. As a matter of fact, you may have been immersed in fucking the pop music. So you running around here singing our house in the middle of our street, our house, or I was working as a wait. She was working as a waitress in a cocktail bar. That much is true. Or Madonna, Lionel Richie dancing on the ceiling. You may have been into pop music. You may not have discovered hip hop music yet. And if you lived in certain areas outside of the East Coast or the West Coast, that was probably fine. We on the East Coast and the West Coast, we were so locked in, dug in to hip hop music, we thought that everybody was doing what we was doing, and they weren't. You could have been into house music. You could have been into a whole lot of other shit, techno, dance. You could have been into other types of music rather other than hip hop music. So while we listening to Run DMC and EPMD and LL Cool J and Houdini and Rakim and Eric B and Rakim and the Who's Who, Public Enemy and Stetsasonic and the Who's Who of hip hop royalty at the time, you might not have been able to bump your sounds. You coming down the street bumping. you coming down the street bumping some Milli Vanilli or some Debbie Gibson and shit. Yeah, nigga, got the Alpine playing Debbie Gibson. Fucking dog. Debbie Gibson is not Brooklyn, son. Yo, you can't be. Yo, I don't know what he do. Look, we here in Philly debating over who should win the battle between the Bronx and Queens. And this nigga coming down the street bumping some Debbie Gibson. It's music. That's the music that he liked. Why can't you listen to the music that you like? Well, it may be the fact that you could listen to the music that you like, but you could have come under some intense scrutiny because of your musical choices at the time in your region, amongst your peers. You could have been listening to heavy metal. You running around here with jean jackets with Metallica on your shit and Iron Maiden and Black Sabbath and who those other groups and shit. Megadeth and you know what I'm saying, all of those metal groups, and you a black kid. What the fuck is you doing? Even the white kids was listening to Beastie Boys. So that might be why you ain't fit in. You may have been dancing to the beat of your own drum. which should have been fine. But it may not have been fine for you because you may have been the type of person that had an overwhelming need to be accepted by other people. So you had to pretend a lot. Shoot, we was talking about talking about being gay and having to pretend like you're not gay around your family, around your friends, and all of that shit. What's the difference between that kind of struggle and trying to pretend like you really like hip hop and you don't like that shit? Like it's okay, but you ain't really into that shit. You can't wait to hear yourself some David Bowie. Let's dance. Put on your red shoes and dance the blues. Then let's. I like David Bowie, but you may not have been the type that could stand up and listen to the type of music that you wanted to listen to. So, what's the difference between being in the closet because of your sexuality and being in the closet because of your musical choices or your choices in women, even if you are straight? Let's say around your way everybody is dating black girls and shit, and you got jungle fever like a motherfucker. You know what I mean? You can't wait. You can't wait to get to college so you can slay all these white chicks. Well, that might be a poor example because black men is gonna have them some white chicks. You know what I'm saying? So, but you understand what I'm saying. You could have grew up in the Nation of Islam or some shit like that. And they like, yo, what the fuck is you doing? You over here fucking with the devil? You over here fucking with the devil, nigga? The bottom line is whether you in the closet gay or whether you in the closet musically or if you in the closet with the movies that you like, actors, you know what I'm saying, your career choices and all of that kind of shit. Being in there are more than one reason or one way to be in the closet. But not feeling like you fit in is not feeling like you fit in. That's that. It's still going to cause you a lot of stress depending on your intestinal fortitude, or should I, forget about the intestinal, your fortitude, your ability to be an individual around other people that want to do nothing but mimic each other, be clicked up, ganged up, and all of that shit. What you going to do? Do you have what it takes to stand strong? Or have you been trying to stand strong and fit in, and it just ain't working out? Here you are in the trap and shit. You in the trap and around the rest of your gangster buddies, and you talking all this smart shit from stuff that you learned in TV. I'm sorry, shit that you learned in school. You a gangster and a scholar, nigga. They talking about going to go do a drive-by, and you like, well, what's the probability of us being able to escape justice if we commit this drive-by in the commission of other crimes that we may be partaking in with witnesses that are on the like, nigga, what the fuck is you talking about? It's time for us to ride. You better take this motherfucking 9 or this motherfucking AK, and it's time for us to ride, nigga. Who jumped this nigga in? Who jumped this nigga in? I'm just saying. Here you are trying to be a blood, a crip, a gangster disciple, I can never fucking roll this gang off my fucking lips. Vice Lord. God damn it. Why do I always forget that shit? You trying to be a vice lord or some shit like that? But that might not be what you want to be. You may have done it because of some other social reasons that led you to that, but that might not be your plight. Now, how do you get out of this gangster activity? How do you get away from this clique? Because more than likely you'll try to fit in or you'll try to take somebody with you if you decide to leave. And they may not be built to be different. They might be exactly the motherfucking same as everybody else. That's why they joined in the first place. If y'all would like to call into the show, I invite y'all to call in. The number to call is area code 319-527-6199. That's the number to call. I said a 319-527-6199. Yes, y'all. I said a 319-527-6199. Yeah, get on the line. I said a 319-527-6199. Yeah, get your shine, baby. 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 319-527-6199, baby. It is the Daily Go Get a Business Show. We are talking about the reason that you don't fit in, son. The reason that you don't fit in was good. My man Jobs is over here on the Instagram side. My skin is my sin. What's good? How you feeling? Good to see me some you, my brother, my mellow, my man, my brother, my mellow man. And Great Bear 33. We good? Emily Dunlap in the house. I said it, Emily. T. Carey, right, morning, noon, and night. It's always great to have my people going directly into your site. And my brother from another mother, Norris Hills, the back, relax, do your thing, max and chill. And Shirley Cheryl, the world's most precious, the greatest pearl in the world. What's going on with you, girl? And Stacy White, what's going on? Hold it down for the D, same as my man Jobs, and I can see. Word. So yeah, man. The reason that you might not fit in, and one of the things that made me think about doing this show today is that I spoke to my baby brother today. I spoke to my non-biological baby brother, and he called me up, and he needed to put something on my head. I'm his old head right now, but I always been like a big brother to this cat. He was my roommate for one semester in college and all of that. And when you live with a motherfucker in a dorm room, yeah, there's going to be a connection. Either y'all going to be connected to life, connected for life, or there will be a permanent disconnect for life. You understand what I'm saying? But when you basically have had a sleepover with a motherfucker for 4 months, it is what it is. It is what it is, fool. So. And he was like, oh man, you always been a big brother to me, man, and he was just basically letting it out. And I could see that he needed to get it out today. And I was feeling him on that, because we're talking about a 31-year relationship. I met my brother in fall of 1991. And here it is, spring of 2022. 31 years. And my man, my baby brother just turned 48 years old. But for me, he'll always be 18. It's crazy. He'll always be 18 because he's my baby brother. And I remember, although he's super intelligent and motivated and very successful and helpful and a good father and all that good shit, he'll always be my baby brother, because the time when I met him, we were in a certain space and the universe put us where we needed to be. I mean, he was telling me, he was like, yo, man, so many times, I be talking to cats out here and I just don't be feeling them like that. And I was like, yo, I know exactly what you mean. I know how it feels to be alone in front of a room full of motherfuckers. Be at a function, a get together, a party, and it's like, yo, I'm really here by myself. They ain't on the same shit I'm on, and they definitely ain't on the same shit I'm on right now. And I need somebody to be on the shit that I'm on right now. You know what I'm saying? So anybody who comes to this show, participates in this show or whatever, they come here for a reason, because you're not going to hear the same shit, the same subject matter, the same content as you're going to hear on every other, video, blog, show or whatever. People come here for something different. They come here for something specific. They come here for something tailored to their mentality. It is what it is. So, in talking to him and relating to him, I was like, you know, how about that shit? How about when you don't fit in, but you still fit? How about when other cats fit in with you, but they really don't fit in with nobody else or whatever? What is it about the universe that puts people together or separates people permanently? And what is it? What is it that makes some people refuse to accept that? What is it that compels some of us to beg for acceptance from certain people? What's up with that? What's good? Wapm. My brother from another mother, Norris Hill, says this sounds like me. It took a mortality check to be comfortable with Team Me. This journey commands us to go forward, even if we don't know where we're going. Man, you ain't never done lied about that, man. Norris Hill says, heck, racism exists in the You think it don't? You don't see it, none of us high ranking in no LGBTQ. That's my beef. That's my beef with these black ass LGBTQ motherfuckers and these black feminists. I'm like, come on, shorty. You see at the table, you don't get to sit. They make an example of you when it's convenient for them, but they don't come and rescue you. Give a fuck. You don't represent nothing but numbers and sometimes status for them. But they don't let you be the chairman. They don't let you get the head of the table. You don't get to get in them conversations. You ain't in the boardroom. You don't get to decide how y'all get money. You just up here waving the flag and shit. They with all of that. You're no different than a Second Amendment believing in gun owner. You ain't getting none of that NRA money, but you sure are paying money to them now, ain't you? Mm-hmm. No benefits. No benefits. No, it says, imagine those two strikes, gay and black. He says, I embraced my diverse taste in music in the formative years of the 80s. I knew a brother that grew up straight metal, a straight metal. Yeah, we would see that kind of shit. And they was the most interested niggas because it'd be like, you really into this shit. You know, they play a few songs for you and all, and be like, you know what? After you get past what sounds like a bunch of screaming and guitar riffing, like some of these songs actually have songs. Some of these songs actually songs, and some of them actually have good melody and vocal arrangement and instrument arrangement also. Like, but to the untrained or uninterested ear, it's gonna sound like a bunch of a lot of heavy metal. A lot of heavy metal music has very, very racist lyrics in it. Yeah, that part. Punk music too. Punk rock. Oh man. Lot of racism. No, it says I went over his crib one time and he had me listening to Rat. You was listening to that Rat. TK Wright says, you keep singing alternative songs that I love. It is what it is. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Don't you want me? You know that I don't believe you when you say that you won't see me. Don't you want me? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. You know, shit in the 90s, early 2000s, they had the Lilith Fair shit going on. Now, I mean, I'm out here bumping Sarah McLachlan and shit. Like, I was like, fuck it, I paid my debt to hip hop. I can listen to this. I can listen to whatever I feel like listening to. If I like it, I'm listening to it, and I'm listening to it loud. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I'm a fan of Lenny Kravitz's first album, Mama Said. You know what I'm saying? All I really wanted, all I really needed, all I really wanted was love. Remember kissing in the moonlight, how we held each other all night. All I really wanted was love. Lenny Kravitz. He don't even really know how to play the guitar as far as I'm concerned. He just got like riffs. He got these riffs. I'm like, nigga, do you actually know how to play? I mean, think about it. His biggest hit, Fly Away. Wait a minute. Nigga, that ain't real playing. Like you listen to Purple Rain with Prince. That guitar riff in the beginning of When Doves Cry, that's a real guitar riff. Lenny just be like, like, wait a minute. Anybody, the untrained guitarist can do it. You know how I know? Because I'm an untrained guitarist. What the fuck is it? Yo. Nonetheless, he made the shit. He made it funky. He made it funky. He made funky. All right. TK Wright says, Norris, you are right about racism in the LGBTQ community. Yeah. TK Wright says, yep, alone in a crowded room. Yeah. Norris says, it irked me trying to fit in where I didn't. Yeah, it's a pain in the ass because you have to ask yourself after a while, like, why am I doing this? Who is y'all? Who is y'all for me to be trying to? What's up? TK Wright says, I only fit in because I don't. I find that the confidence that goes from my individuality is mysterious to a lot of people. I can dig that. She also says, Lenny Kravitz's first album was dope with his Gemini. I want to get away. I want to fly away. Yeah. I mean, he definitely took the simple route, and this shit worked. It worked. No, it just says, my mama said your life is a gift. And my mama said there's a lot of weight you will lift. Yeah, I said, Lenny. Oh, yeah. Mama said, yeah. Yeah. Baby, it ain't over till it's over. Yeah. He fucked up American Woman. he funked up American Woman. Yeah. I mean, his first album was banging. Shit was banging. I always wondered, where do they play Lenny Kravitz songs? What genre does he fit into anyway? You can't play that shit on R&B stations. I'm not sure if it's really rock. Like, would they play that on rock stations? Is he pop? Is that pop? It's a little rockish to be pop. I don't know. But anyway, some people spend their whole lives trying to fit in, trying to be accepted, trying to get people to love them that don't give a shit about them. And sometimes that might be your own blood family. Sometimes it might be your friends you grew up with. You know, a lot of times what can happen with the people that you grew up with, the people that you skateboarded with, rode bikes with, um, played baseball with the tennis ball, with football with the Nerf. You know, all of those cats that you grew up with like that. As you start getting a little older, you start getting to be a teenager, late teens or whatever. Sometimes y'all can start separating. I know that's what happened with me. I start separating. I start getting on some other shit. I mean, it was the 80s. It was the crack era. So some of my friends was getting into crack, selling it, smoking it, crazy shit, getting high. And I wasn't, I'm on my way college bound. And wasn't nothing going to stop it. Wasn't nothing going to get in the way. There was no other career path. Not that I was a brainiac or a scholar or nothing like that, but school was my way. That was my only plan on making it out here. But I was a stone cold hip hopper at the same time. I always wanted to be a rapper. So, you know, we can always talk about the what if game. But at the same time, there were many times that my mind, my mental state,
90 seconds,
my worldview would not allow me to fit in with what a lot of cats was doing. And that was in high school. That was also in college. And it's still the same now. I'd be like, I'm on some other shit. Extreme other. But I know that it's okay. I know that it's okay.
60 seconds.
I think my daughter is on some other shit too. And it is okay. All right, y'all, let's do these birthday shout outs. We have some birthday shout outs to do. Some people were born on this glorious January 28th, and they deserve to be acknowledged. So let's go about our business of acknowledging them and making them feel special because they are special, because they are special, because they are SPECIAL. They get the RESPECT. They are SPECIAL. They get the RESPECT. They are SPECIAL. They get the RESPECT. They get number one out the box.
Seconds.
My girl, she used to be one of my tenants going all the way back in the day. My girl, Crystal Collins. She used to say her name like Crystal Collins. This Crystal Collins turning 56 years old today. Happy birthday to you, Crystal. And also, G That Deal Dylan turning 37 years old today. And my old head, Cecil Calloway. Hey. I better check up on my old head. Happy birthday to you, turning 75 years old today. And Sharice Jones turning 49 years old today. And Laddie Adon turning 37 years old today. And Victoria Bracy Mangum turning 50 years old today. And Betty Walls turning 42 years old today. And David Nell turning 51 years old today. And Med Clifton Watford turning 28 years old today, and Kanisha McIntyre turning 41 years old today. No relation, but what up, cuz? It's good, baby. And Shantae Watley, happy birthday to you. And also, last but certainly, no, wait, man, wait. We got Duchess Robinson, happy birthday to you. And Uzma Shaquille, she calls herself Uzi Ooze, turning 36 years old today. She's like Middle Eastern, but lives in London, you know, in England and shit. And last but not least, my girl, you know, always been like a mother to me my whole life. Turning 69 years old today, my girl Louise Breland, Wheezy Wheeze. Happy birthday to you. I want to say happy birthday to all of you and anyone else out there who shares this birthday on this glorious January 28th, anywhere out there in the world, worldwide, internationally, and universally. All of y'all go ahead, turn up. But don't turn up too loud. Just turn up loud enough so everybody can hear you. Rock out, rock on and do the damn, the rock out, rock on and do the damn, rock out, rock on and do the damn thing. You do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. You do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. Good things happen to those who wait. Great things happen to those who grind, and anything can happen to those who go for theirs. So go hard, go for yours, and remember, man, listen, you ain't always got to fit on in, but you do your own thing, you will find your friends, and they will come over to your side, and you will still be able to hold your head with pride. You don't have to do what other people do. You make sure that you, whenever you come through, you do yourself, but make sure yourself is always geared towards having good health, physically, emotionally, mentally too. Because if you don't have the mental and emotion in you will be feeling like an outcast and sort of like a no good dumb ass. Word. But everything is be all right. I say everything will be all right. Hold your head and everything is going to be all right. And everything is going to be all right. Be yourself now. Everything is going to be all right. Everything is going to be all right. Don't beg for them to love you. They're not above you. And you can do the same thing. You don't have to push and shove too. All right. Peace to all my day ones, my everydays, and my brand news. I love y'all to death, resuscitate you, and love you right back to life. For my blog talkers, let me get you on up out of here, and we go bye bye. We go bye bye. No more. We go bye bye.
Thank you for
and for my
using Blog
and for my
Talk Radio.
and for my Instagrammers,
Goodbye.
your Fire Slammer Jammer. Thanks for coming on through and let me exercise my grammar. And for my YouTubers, you know just how we do. But thanks for coming on through. I'll see y'all tomorrow morning, my boobers. 11 o'clock. 11 o'clock. So make sure y'all come through tomorrow for the daily. For the Urban Therapy with Sun show. It's gonna be a blast. Everything will be all right. Watch. It's gonna be live. Peace, y'all.